Since this has all been exposed, well, it's actually known to many people, but it has now been exposed to the general public. Do you blame them for going out?
Sobrang di ko pa mapaniwala. Maraming salamat sa suporta. Sana patuloy yung
Great today. The crowd was amazing and it was a good match, so I'm really happy with the performance. I didn't have that
Señor Presidente, Excelencias, me llamo Ferdinand Marcos, encantado de conocerles a todos. Y soy el presidente de la República de Filipinas.
Untouchable. Alex Eala silences pop star Sarah Geronimo after shocking rich kid attack, then destroys her rival in ultimate revenge performance. Welcome back to Champions Tennisitics, the only channel where we don't just cover tennis. We cover the truth behind the headlines, the drama behind the baseline, and the stories that make this beautiful sport so much more than just a game. Before we get into the most jaw-dropping, career-defining moment in Philippine tennis history, we need to take a second to celebrate something absolutely incredible. We have officially smashed through the 4,000 subscriber barrier. 4,000 of you incredible tennis fanatics have joined the Champions Tennisitics family, and honestly, we are just getting started. You are the fuel that keeps this channel firing on all cylinders, and we couldn't be more grateful. If you're new here, welcome to the squad. Grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready for a story that has everything: celebrity drama, redemption, controversy, and some of the most electrifying tennis you'll see all year. Now, let's dive into the chaos. This week, the worlds of entertainment and sports collided in the most spectacular, messy, and absolutely unforgettable way possible. We're talking about a confrontation that allegedly went down between Philippine tennis superstar Alex Eala and pop icon Sarah Geronimo. A showdown so intense that it has the entire nation picking sides and the internet absolutely exploding with opinions. Picture this: a VIP room somewhere in Manila. The air is thick with tension, celebrities mingling, small talk happening, the usual glamorous scene. And then, out of nowhere, a voice cuts through the polite chatter like a knife through butter. According to multiple reports and eyewitness accounts that have been circulating like wildfire, that voice belonged to none other than Sarah Geronimo, and what she allegedly said has ignited a firestorm that won't be extinguished anytime soon. The accusation? That Alex Eala, the pride of Philippine tennis, the girl who has represented the red, white, blue, and yellow on the biggest stages in the world, only achieved her success because mommy and daddy opened their wallets. That's right. Sarah allegedly dismissed every drop of sweat, every tear shed on foreign clay courts, every lonely night spent thousands of miles away from home, and reduced Alex's incredible journey to nothing more than privilege and money. But it didn't stop there. Reports suggest Sarah went even further, questioning Alex's loyalty to the Philippines, insinuating that she abandoned her homeland to chase fame and fortune in the United States and Europe. The implication was clear: you're not one of us anymore. You're a sellout. You're a rich kid playing a rich kid's game. Now, let's pause for a second and really let that sink in. Alex Eala has been carrying the weight of an entire nation's tennis dreams on her shoulders since she was practically a child. She left her family at an incredibly young age to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. She endured the grueling junior circuit, battling homesickness, language barriers, and opponents who wanted nothing more than to crush her dreams. She won the US Open Girls Doubles title in 2021. She followed that up with the French Open Girls Singles Championship in 2022, becoming the first Filipino to ever accomplish that feat. She captured bronze at the Asian Games, putting the Philippines on the tennis map in a way that had never been done before. And in 2024, she broke into the top 100 in the WTA rankings, then climbed all the way to the top 50, proving that she belongs among the elite players in the world. And someone had the audacity to call that privilege? Money can buy a lot of things. It can buy a nice racket. It can buy court time. It can buy flights to tournaments. But money cannot buy heart. Money cannot buy the ability to stare down match point and find a way to win. Money cannot buy the mental toughness required to lose in the first round, get back on a plane, fly to another country, and do it all over again the next week. That is earned. That is forged in the fire of competition. That is the result of sacrifice that most people will never understand. So when Alex Eala heard those words, when she heard her entire life's work reduced to a bank account, Something inside her snapped. And honestly, can you blame her? For years, we've known Alex as the sweet, humble, soft-spoken champion. We've seen her give gracious interviews. We've watched her thank her family, her coaches, her supporters with genuine warmth. But even the kindest, most patient person has a breaking point. And this was hers. Maria fell to world number 174, Tatiana Prozorova, in what can only be described as the biggest shock of the tournament so far. The scoreline reads 7-6 in a tiebreak, 6-4, but those numbers don't even begin to capture the drama that unfolded. From the very first point, Maria looked completely uncomfortable. Maybe it was Manila's suffocating humidity. Maybe it was the pressure of being the top seed. Maybe it was jet lag. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the fearless 22-year-old Russian standing across the net who simply refused to be intimidated. Prozorova didn't just play tennis. She hunted. She attacked. She absorbed every one of Maria's trademark slices, handled the unpredictable bounces on the court, and fired back with a ferocity that left the Manila crowd absolutely stunned. You could feel the tension radiating through the stadium as Maria struggled desperately to find any kind of rhythm. Remember, this is a woman who made the Wimbledon semifinals. This is a mother on tour who has literally seen everything the sport can throw at her. But against Prozorova, she looked lost, searching for answers that simply didn't exist. The first set tiebreak was a complete disaster for the top seed, losing it 7-2, and you could actually see the belief draining from Maria's eyes with each point. By the time Prozorova closed out the second set 6-4, sealing one of the biggest upsets of the year, the shock rippling through the stadium was absolutely palpable. The top seed is gone. The favorite has left the building. The draw has been blown wide open. And what does this seismic upset mean for the tournament? It means total chaos. It means golden opportunity. And most importantly for our story, it means that Eala, the home favorite, is now officially the highest seed remaining in the entire competition. Let that fact marinate in your brain for a second. Alex Eala, just 20 years old, ranked world number 49, is now the woman everyone has to beat. The target on her back just grew 10 times larger. Every remaining player in that locker room is looking at the draw right now thinking, I can actually win this thing. The whispers have turned into shouts. The underdogs smell blood in the water. But they all have to go through the Filipino sensation first. But before we get to Alex's upcoming nightmare matchup, and trust me, it's an absolute doozy, we need to talk about the other major player making waves in this tournament. While the top seed was collapsing under pressure, another star was rising, and she's quickly becoming the second favorite daughter of the Filipino crowd. We're talking about the fourth seed, Croatia's Donna Vekic. The local fans have given her the most adorable nickname, Tita Donna. For non-Filipino speakers, Tita means auntie, and it's an absolute term of endearment that shows just how much the locals have embraced this Croatian star. And Donna? She is absolutely loving every second of it. While Tatiana Maria was getting upset, Vekic was cruising to victory like she was on autopilot. She absolutely dismantled Maria Tkachiva with a dominant 6-1, 6-2 scoreline that wasn't even as close as those numbers suggest. Vekic looks sharp. She looks hungry. And most dangerously for everyone else in this draw, she looks incredibly comfortable in these conditions. Don't forget who Donna Vekic is. This woman is an Olympic silver medalist. She's competed on the biggest stages in tennis. She knows exactly what it takes to win when the pressure is at its absolute peak. And now, with the Manila crowd chanting her nickname and the top seed eliminated from her path, she can smell that championship trophy. She's already booked her spot in the quarterfinals, and you better believe she's eyeing that title with serious intent. The upsets and drama didn't stop there. Thailand's Lanlana Terudi managed to outlast Polina Kudermetova in a grinding, physical straight sets battle, 6-4, 6-4. It wasn't pretty tennis, but it was brutally effective. Then there's the feisty Colombian warrior, 5th seed Camila Osorio. This woman is a fighter in the truest, most literal sense of the word. She advanced at the expense of my Hantama in an absolutely thrilling 3-set war, 6-4, 4-6, 6-2. Osorio's game is built entirely on pure grit, relentless passion, and a refusal to ever give up on a single ball. She's now lurking in the draw, potentially waiting to face Alex Eala in what could be an epic semifinal clash if the stars align perfectly. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here, and in tennis, you can never look past your next opponent. Because for Alex Eala to even dream about semifinals or finals, she has to survive what might be her most dangerous match of the entire tournament. She has to face a ghost from her past, and that ghost has a name. The headline for Alex Eala's next match is brutally simple: revenge or repeat. Alex will play in the round of 16 on Wednesday, and her opponent is none other than Japan's Himino Sakitsum. Now, if you're a casual tennis fan, you might be asking yourself, who exactly is Himino Sakitsum? Well, buckle up, because this is a name you absolutely need to know, and it's a name that likely gives Alex Eala nightmares. Himino Sakitsum is a 24-year-old Japanese player currently ranked world number 140. On paper, looking purely at rankings, that's almost 100 spots below Alex Eala. It should be a straightforward victory for the home favorite, right? A routine win to advance to the quarters? Absolutely wrong. Dead wrong. Sakitsum is a dangerous, informed player who knows exactly how to dismantle an opponent's game plan. She just advanced to this round after defeating her own countrywoman Nao Hibino, a former top 60 player with years of tour experience, in a gritty 6-3, 7-5 victory. That result tells you everything you need to know about her mental fortitude and ability to win tight matches. She's coming off a semifinal appearance at the Canberra International, another WTA 125 event, where she looked fantastic. Last year, she captured the WTTW 100 title in Takasaki and a W50 crown in Canada. This woman knows how to win titles. She knows how to handle pressure. She knows how to close out matches. But the real story here, the narrative that makes this match absolutely unmissable, isn't about her ranking or her recent form. It's about their history. It's about what happened the last time these two women faced each other across a tennis court. Cast your mind back to 2023. Osaka, Japan. A young, Hungry Alex Eala walked onto the court to face Himino Sakitsum in what was supposed to be a competitive, hard-fought match between two rising players. What actually happened was a massacre, an absolute demolition. Sakitsum destroyed Eala 6-0, 6-3 in a match that wasn't even as close as that second set score suggests. It was one of the most painful, humbling losses of Alex's young career. She was swept off the court like a leaf in a hurricane, completely unable to find any answer to the Japanese player's relentless consistency and court coverage. That loss left a psychological scar. Those kinds of defeats stay with you. They haunt you. They wake you up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat. And now, 3 years later, fate has brought these two women back together for a rematch. But this time, everything is different. They're not in Osaka anymore. They're in Manila. The crowd won't be politely cheering for both players. They're going to be screaming for Alex Eala until their throats are raw and their voices give out completely. The humidity is different. The court's surface is different. The stakes are astronomically different. And most importantly, Alex Eala is a completely, fundamentally different animal now. Since that crushing loss in Osaka, Alex has transformed herself. She's broken into the top 50 of the world rankings, a barrier that stops countless talented players. She's defeated Grand Slam champions. She's physically matured into a powerhouse athlete who can dictate play from the baseline and overpower opponents. But here's the thing about tennis and sports in general. Psychological scars are real. They don't just disappear because you've gotten better or won other matches. When Alex steps onto that court tomorrow and sees Sakitsum across the net for the first time in 3 years, she's going to remember that 6-0 first set. She's going to remember the feeling of helplessness, of nothing working, of getting completely outplayed. The first few games of this match will be absolutely critical. Can Alex banish those ghosts from Osaka? Or will Sakitsum prove once again to be her kryptonite? This matchup is the absolute definition of must-watch tennis. You have the home hero carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire nation, fueled by a literal presidential decree to bring the crown home. You have the dangerous underdog who has already proven she has the blueprint to defeat the favorite. You have the electric backdrop of the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center, which is going to be absolutely deafening with passionate Filipino fans. And you have a revenge storyline straight out of a sports movie. Let's talk about the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center for a moment, because this venue is witnessing genuine history. Hosting the first ever WTA tournament in the Philippines is a massive, groundbreaking deal for the sport in this region. For literal decades, Filipino tennis fans have had to watch their heroes exclusively on television or travel thousands of miles abroad just to catch a glimpse of top-tier professional tennis. Now, finally, the tour has come to them. The tour has recognized the passion and dedication of Filipino fans. The atmosphere at this tournament is unlike anything else on the current tour calendar. It's loud, it's passionate, it's knowledgeable about tennis, and it's creating an intimidating home court advantage. The players are feeling it. Tatiana Maria, despite her devastating loss, was incredibly gracious about the hospitality and fan support. Donna Vekic has publicly stated that the energy in Manila is better than some Grand Slam tournaments she's played. That's the raw power of the Filipino tennis fan. But let's be completely honest with ourselves. We want Alex to lift that trophy. The story is simply too perfect. The princess of Philippine tennis, winning the inaugural WTA event on home soil, in front of her people, after receiving a blessing from the president? It's written in the stars. It's destiny. However, professional sports don't care about perfect narratives or destiny. The tennis ball doesn't read scripts. Himino Sakitsum doesn't care about storylines or what would make fans happy. She wants to win this match. She wants the prize money. She wants the crucial ranking points. She's coming to Manila to spoil the party and shock the world again. As we count down the hours to this massive Wednesday evening showdown, the tension is building to almost unbearable levels. That 15-word presidential message is circulating on every mobile phone in the stadium and across the entire country. Bring the crown home to where it belongs. It's simultaneously a command, a wish, and a prayer all rolled into one powerful statement. We are looking at an absolutely defining moment in Alex Eala's still young career. If she wins this tournament, if she can overcome her demons and lift this trophy, she launches herself toward the top 30 in the world rankings. she secures her seeding for all the Grand Slams. She becomes a national icon on the same level as boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. If she loses, especially if she loses to Sakitsum again, it's a painful stumbling block. It's a difficult learning experience. But learning experiences in sports are incredibly painful in the moment. The match between Eala and Jimeno Sakitsum is scheduled for Wednesday evening under the bright lights of Manila. The humidity will be thick and oppressive. The crowd will be roaring from the first point to the last. Eala versus Jimeno Sakitsum. Philippines versus Japan. The Avenger versus the Nemesis. The rising star versus the player who already has the blueprint to beat her. You literally cannot write this narrative better if you tried. So what do you think, Champions Tennisitics family? Can Eala avenge that painful 2023 loss and march confidently toward the title? Was President Marcos's message the perfect motivation she needed, or does it add too much pressure to an already pressure-packed situation? And are you as absolutely shocked as we are about Tatiana Maria's stunning early exit? We want to hear from you in the comments section below. We read every single comment. We want to hear your predictions. Who wins on Wednesday, Eala or Sakitsum? What's your score prediction? And now that the top seed is gone and the draw is wide open, who is your pick to lift the championship trophy on Sunday? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the absolute madness and drama of the Philippine Women's Open, do us a massive favor that really helps the channel grow. Smash that like button right now. Share this video with your tennis-loving friends and family. And if you somehow haven't already subscribed to Champions Tennisitics, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a single moment of tennis drama. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and we want you right there with us for every serve, every incredible volley, every dramatic twist and turn. Stay tuned, because the drama in Manila is only just beginning to unfold. The draw is broken wide open. The favorites are nervous. The underdogs are believing. And the local hero is standing tall amidst all the chaos, racket firmly in hand, ready to fight for her country. Laban Pilipinas. Now, that's the mantra. That's the war cry echoing through the streets of Manila tonight. Don't blink. Don't look away for even a second. You might miss history being made. Once again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for helping us reach 4,000 subscribers. You are the absolute lifeblood of this channel. Let's push toward 5,000 by the end of this tournament. If Alex wins the title, we promise we'll do a special live stream celebration with you all. This is Champions Tennisitics, your home for tennis drama, signing off. The ball is in play. The world is watching. Let's make history together.
Since this has all been exposed, well, it's actually known to many people, but it has now been exposed to the general public. Do you blame?
Yeah, it was great to play today. The crowd was amazing and it was a good match, so I'm really happy with the performance. I didn't have that many wins and matches.
Kamusta mga kapong Pinoy? Surprise! Excited na akong imbitahin kayong lahat na manood sa mga laban ko sa Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open.